Let's start with something that we didn't mention last time because they weren't in, graduation rates.
Right. Yeah, our graduation rates came out a little bit late this year, but it was in January, and we were very pleased with our growth. We have the highest graduation rate in the history of Pinellas County at 82.9, but even more importantly, we saw tremendous growth in some of our subgroups. All of our students, as far as the district, increased 2.8%, but our English language learners, 13.7%, or ESE, our students with exceptionalities, students with disabilities, 8.7%, our Hispanic students, 6%. In fact, I'm going to suggest the Hispanic graduation rate is at 81%, which is tremendous. So we've really closed that gap. And our African American graduation rate closed by 3.8%. So you can tell if the overall is 2.8 and all of those other groups closed at a more rapid rate, we are closing that gap. In addition, we always take a look at how our district is doing against the 7 or 8 largest school districts in the state of Florida. And over the last 5 years, we have increased our graduation rate by 11%, which is leading the state. The next highest is Orange at 8.8%. So you can see that our momentum and our graduation rate, people are building a culture that everyone's going to graduate in Pinellas County.
Now, I've been around long enough that we used to do some stories talking about the graduation rate and the way they figured it out. Is everybody kind of happy now with the way that they actually determine what the graduation rate is? Because sometimes you say to yourself, you're telling me that 18% of the kids don't graduate, and then you start asking yourself as a parent, well, do I know that many kids that didn't graduate?
Well, it is a federal graduation rate, and you're right. A lot of people don't fully understand what a federal graduation rate is. And I'll give you an example. Some of our students with disabilities that will not sit for the Florida Standards Assessment, they count against our graduation rate. Now, there's no way, especially in some of our low prevalence cognitively disabled students, they're not going to sit for that. But the federal graduation rate counts all students. In addition, this is a count that exactly 4 years from 9th to 12th grade, not 4 years in a semester, not 4 years in a year, but 4 years you have to satisfy all of the graduation requirements. So some of our students take another semester, maybe another semester and a half. They will count against that. So, you know, when we take a look at those variables, we are closing in on just about a 5 or 6%. And I've shared, and I'm going to be sending out this data snapshot to the general public, kind of laying out all of our high schools. Boca Ciega, 91%. You know, Dunedin High School is knocking at the door of 90%. So many of our high schools are really, and our top high school in the state is in the county, is Palm Harbor University at 97.6.
Holy smokes.
So when you start to get to that level, you're talking about a handful of students that may need another semester or another part of a year. So we're moving. Obviously, the graduation rate is one of those statistics that is a 4-year cohort rate, so you have to kind of, but I see tremendous movement in our district, and you're never satisfied till it's 100, but when you're looking at a federal rate, that's where we're